obsessive-compulsive disorder. Unwanted thoughts and fears known as obsessions. They lead you to do repetitive behaviors, and they get in the way of daily activities, causing a lot of distress. Here's an example. Keys, wallet, phone, ready. 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 Keys, wallet, phone, ready.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Obsessive compulsive disorder. You feel driven to do compulsive acts to ease your stress. And they get in the way of daily activities, causing a lot of distress. But treatment can be effective. If you try to ignore them, they keep coming back. This is the vicious cycle of OCD. If you have OCD, you may be ashamed, embarrassed, and frustrated about the condition. But treatment can be effective. Hey, do you have your wallet? Let me check it. Keys, wallet, phone, ready. 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 Keys,
What's
wallet,
up?
phone, ready.
What's up? What's up? How are you guys? How is it going? It's been not a long time because I did the last live stream on Friday, I think it was, or Saturday? On Friday. But yeah, we're here again. How are you? How is it going? Last day of July. Summer basically started and is already ending, you know. We're already starting August, and when August comes, like, summer is almost over. I don't like that. Spotify link? No, please. If you're gonna send me your song, SoundCloud or Dropbox, not any other thing. Yeah, bro, I know. Bell in on, bro. I don't understand that. I'm good. What about you? I'm good. I'm feeling better about my sickness, you know. I still cough a little bit, but not that much. Now, maybe in the live stream, as I talk a lot, maybe I need to cough a bit more. But in general, I'm way better. Video clip on YouTube? I prefer not. SoundCloud Dropbox. Where do we send it? Okay, give me a second, because on Twitch you have a comment that tells you where to send it, but on YouTube you don't have that possibility, so give me a second. Hate like a melody, like a melody. Wildcrow, please check my new progressive house track, Beautiful Diamond. Okay, send it. Send it and wait for your turn. Maybe you can check it. Yeah, way more people today. That's nice. That's nice. I think maybe Friday is not a good day to do live streams. People always just drinking beers. Can I send and master a track? Yeah, of course. That's the thing, that you send a song that is not finished so I can help you more. Because when you finish songs, you don't really want to make any changes at all. You know, so I'm gonna put this more like this, maybe. Never mind. I'm still working on the studio. For example, today I got a new small drawer, you know, just really small, just to draw drawers. But the thing is, I want to have it on one side of the desk, for example here. So this way, right now here I have the laptop, okay? But when I open the laptop, it blocks a little bit the sound from the speaker. And maybe you say, but Wildcrow, have it closed. No, I don't like that, because it doesn't refresh. It doesn't fresh that fresh. Is this that word good for speaker for laptops? That well, you know, it gets heat. It gets hotter easier. So I prefer to have it open. So what I'm gonna do is have that drawer there and the laptop on top. Okay, it fits perfect. So this way also the desk is gonna look way cleaner. It's not gonna have that many things. It's gonna be way more empty, and for me it's better. Basically, what I wanted to have in the studio, in my old studio, the desk was really the depth of it was really small. This one is 80 centimeters, the depth, you know, and that one I think it was 40 or something like this. So it was half of this one, and I had the same things. So it was really small and I didn't have enough space, so I wanted the opposite. Like, okay, I want to have a lot of space for everything. For example, I had to take out this keyboard if I wanted to write something in a paper, you know. Right now I can have both. I know I put it in the reels, I explained it in the reels. Actually, this is the opposite of what you should be doing if you want good acoustics, because the sound is gonna get reflected in the desk. So the smaller the desk, the better. But yeah, in the end, as it's gonna, I'm not gonna have those desks that some top mixing engineers have that are like this, just like this, just the screen and the keyboard and nothing else. So if I'm gonna have a bit bigger desk, in the end it's gonna get reflected, so I don't care having a bit bigger. And I basically want a sense of clean, you know, like that they have a space that everything is clean, and so the bigger and less things on top, the cleaner it's gonna look, you know. For example, today I've been doing a bit more cable management, so you don't see any cables or see them as few as possible. But yeah, in the end I have a lot of things. For example, now I have this for the light. Well, I can put it here. I have a paper, I have a pen, you know, I have my bottle of water, I have a small fan. In the end I have a lot of things. People on Instagram, come on, go to Twitch or YouTube. We're gonna start with the feedback really soon. I don't upload in SoundCloud, it's second YouTube. Why don't you upload on SoundCloud? Especially if you make electronic music, upload on SoundCloud. If you're gonna send your song to labels or to all DJs for promos, for demos, for collabs, they only want SoundCloud or Dropbox, nothing else. Not YouTube, not Spotify, not Google Drive. I've seen your videos. How did you do with the windows? I mean, are the panels still symmetrical? No, I have here one window, and what I'm gonna do is have a curtain. Actually, I have the curtain already, but I tried to make the holes to put the curtain, but I think I have I don't know how it's, wait, what's the word in English? I have a beam. Beam, that's good. No. Like the wall is thicker, okay? So I couldn't really make the hole. I will try again and then have a curtain. The curtain, I've been reading a lot and there are websites that they say they have acoustic curtains. They are not really worth it. They are super expensive. Really small curtain, like $300, is super expensive. So what you need to do is try to get the thicker curtain possible, and that's it, you know. So I'm gonna have one curtain. Of course, it's not gonna be the same because, for example, I have this panel right here that is symmetrical. This other panel right there that is not exactly symmetrical because of the window, but there's another one in the other side, and then this one in front have the window that is gonna have the curtain. It's not the ideal thing, but in the end I need a window. I need to open it. I want light to come into the studio, so that's it. You know, you need to work with what you have. Try to have the best, but don't get like obsession on it, you know, like, oh no, I need exactly the best acoustics possible. What is best free orchestral VST? I don't know, maybe Labs? I thought you quit YouTube. Welcome to live again. What the hell is happening? I didn't quit YouTube at all. I mean, I've been doing these weekly live streams non-stop. Okay, that's the first thing. And then if you go to my YouTube channel, I've uploaded 9 videos of building my new studio. Also, I uploaded a video of how last week of how 2 weeks ago, sorry, of how to make melodic tech house. I didn't quit at all. What the hell? Where to send the tracks? Are you ready? I sent it, but I'm gonna send it again. Wait. And I'm gonna pin it on YouTube. You my type of lady. Wait, I'm gonna skip it just because of not repeating way too many times the same song. What's that? Yo, Mara, thank you so much for giving this to one subscription to the community. I'm gonna put you in the priority list, okay? Mara 85. So you have priority when we start with the feedback. BBC Symphony Orchestra is cool too. I didn't try it. Will you review a pop track? I review everything. I don't care at all. Actually, I prepared a video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it for this week, for this Sunday. I will try to. about, I mean, I've counted and I've reviewed more than 10,000 songs so far. Way more than 10,000. No joke. With the weekly live streams, with my Patreon members, with the songs I review every single day when I create my playlist and people send me their music. You know, that maybe every day I listen and review. It's like listen and write some comments about it. Maybe it's like every day, just with the playlist, maybe it's 20-30 songs, the normal days. On Fridays, maybe it's like 80 songs sometimes. So I counted that, you know, and I have more than 10,000. And I found some mistakes that most of the people makes, you know, the common ones. So I'm gonna tell them and how to solve them. You know, so hope it helps. So you don't check YouTube video? No. SoundCloud or Dropbox? Do you know Summit Hub, and if so, what do you think about it? Summit Hub is one website that is pretty good. You know, there are a lot of websites like that one. You can maybe just try them and choose the one you prefer. I use it. I use it as a creator, but also as an artist, but I also use others. It's over 100 for me. From you mean? Like I take 100 songs of you, Donald. How you got name idea Wildcrow? I have a video about 20 things about me where I explain that. I've said it a lot of times also. Manath, your comment is getting blocked or something. I just see asterisks. Sorry. I'm a month-old producer. How to improve fast? That's really a good question. First of all, if you just been producing for 1 month, first don't get too hard on you. You know, like first of all, don't put expectations too big. You know, you're not gonna probably sign a song in a good label in 1 year. Probably not. Okay, expect that. You're not gonna be at Tomorrowland next year. Okay, expect that. And you're probably not gonna get big supports next year. Okay, expect that. But it's so simple. The more music you make, the faster you're gonna improve. It's this simple. There's not other ways of doing it. There's not any other tricks. It's not the one that watches more videos is gonna improve faster. No, the one that practice more. Of course, you need to watch videos so you learn the things. You learn new techniques. You learn new ways of mixing, or you get inspired. All these things. But then you need to practice, and the more you practice, the better. If you can make 1 song a day, better than making 1 song a week, and way better than making 1 song a month, you know? So at least try to work 1 hour every single day on music, and you will improve so fast. If you can work more, better. Any tips on getting signed to labels? The small ones. There are no tips. There are no tips. It doesn't matter sending songs to small labels or big labels. It's the same thing. You just send the music, and if they like it, they're gonna sign it. Nothing else. There are no other ways. Just one easier way is collabing. Okay, you want to sign in this label, and you have this style. Okay, and in that label, any producer already released there with a similar style of yours. Okay, if you collab with that artist, is gonna be easier to get into that label because that artist already have been there. Because let's say, for example, you, me, and everybody. I'm an A&R on a label. I have 100 songs to listen, okay, and I listen to them, and I check, and I decide and I pick like 10 songs. Okay, these are the best 10 songs that send me. All right, I need to choose only 3 out of these 10. Okay. All right. So for example, I remove 5. I have 5 songs, so I need to remove 2 more. All right. This is a song that is extremely good. Okay, I have it. I sign it. Then this one is really creative. I sign it, and then I have 3. And on these 3, I have 2 artists they never listen, I never heard of, and 1 artist that already released in the label. Who I'm gonna sign? Of course, the artists are already released in the label. Why? Because I already know him. I know if it performed well or not. I want to support an artist that I already supported, so this way maybe we can try to push that artist, you know. So if you collab with that artist, it's gonna be easier. Ooh, a lot of questions today. There will be many ups and downs. Just keep going and experiment with other genres as well as listen to different genres. Yeah. My name is Ignacio, and you can find me. Okay. Remaking songs is also a good way to improve fast. Labels don't matter that much. Wait. Like this better. I'm a bit higher. Labels don't matter that much, to be honest. Yes and no. It's a bit different. For example, in hip-hop music or even in pop, nowadays labels maybe don't matter that much. You can self-release, you can use your socials and grow on socials, grow on TikTok, in this way promote your music and get streams. In electronic music is a bit different, because labels can get you, for example, if you release a song on Rebuild, it's because Harwell accepted that one. Harwell is the last one that says yes or no. If Harwell accepts it, he's gonna support it for sure. Maybe not in live sets, but at least in the podcast. A lot of people, a lot of artists listen to that podcast and check what Harwell is supporting. So maybe they also, because they listen, they're gonna support your song also. You know, so when they support your song, more artists are gonna support it. So you're gonna get support. And so also maybe sometimes if you release a lot in a label, they have parties and they're gonna put you in as a DJ. If you only self-release, that's gonna be way more difficult. Of course, can happen, but I think labels nowadays are a bit more useful in electronic music than, for example, on hip-hop or some kind of pop or hyper-pop or things like this, because they have connections that you probably don't have. Can I send a remix? Yes. I get many ideas but cannot find any singers to collab with, so I never get the chance to finish them. Okay, so what you can do is, for example, you can use Vocalify. With this code, Wildcrow 10, you have a 10% discount. There you have non-exclusive vocals that are really good with a lot of stems and so you can, you have the chorus, you have the side vocals, harmonies and so. And they sound really good. Then you have the prime vocals and then the exclusive ones. Of course, exclusive are way more expensive. But sometimes I do it like this. I just go there, check a vocal that I like, and see if it fits my song. If yes, I buy it and use it. And you don't need to depend on singers and wait for their vocals and any of that, you know. It's way faster. Wildcrow, what's the best way to contact singers to work with you? Instagram or email? Instagram. Instagram, probably they're gonna reply faster, and just ask them if they are free or not for this. If they say yes, then send the song. Usually on email, but ask them, where do I send you a song? And then I prefer to work with email. When already got a yes, I prefer to work with email. I send them an email with the file. They send me back, so it's a bit more comfortable than Instagram. Oli, hablo inglés o español, lo que quieras. Please, Salim, stop saying to check your song. Okay, don't start spamming in the chat. How to be confident on camera for videos? I don't know, I think it's just something that you need to go for it. And just that. But if not, some people say that what you can do is start recording yourself some videos, but like with the idea of not uploading them. Okay, you just record them every single day. You make one video and then you remove it. You watch yourself if you want to, and then you remove it. Love your tutorial, bro. Thanks so much. And one day it's like, okay, today I'm gonna upload it. When you are tired of making videos, you're gonna be more confident. Okay, today I'm gonna upload it, and you upload it. There's so many people, not really. I've been trying, but none of them. Just keep the invitation straightforward. What invitation? Any strum acoustic guitar BST for free? I don't know. How to collab with different DAWs? Just send the stems. Even though I don't know why they don't reply. Who doesn't reply? Where can we send music to? Just put exclamation mark feedback. ¿Se puede enviar incluso ideas de música a tu correo? ¿Al mío? No. When will review start? Now, in just some minutes. But there are a lot of questions, so I wanted to reply. I think there are good questions that can help everybody. Any tips on getting on playlist? I have a lot of videos where I tell you how to get on playlist, how to promote your songs, how to get the song viral, how to get more streams. So go on YouTube and just check it. There are a lot of ways to do it. Are you doing music feedback? Yes. Can I using AI vocal? You can if they give you the rights. Yes. ¿Cómo se ven las cosas allá en España con la escena? Mucho tecno. Mucho tecno. El tecno está por todos lados. Es más, Medusa Festival, que es uno de los de electrónica más grandes, por no decir más grande, este año tiene un escenario extra, más que el año pasado, para el tecno. Exclamation mark feedback on Twitch. You have it on the title of the live stream. Exclamation mark feedback. How can I mix better? Mixing. Then bicep looking hot. Mixing is the same as making better music, like producing. It's just practicing. You need to know some basics, you need to know techniques and so, but the more you practice, the better. The better you're gonna improve, the faster you're gonna improve, the better mix you're gonna have, and so just practicing and trying and trying and trying. How can you get better at painting something? Just making more paintings, right? So it's the same thing. What are your thoughts on Ableton? I don't like it. I think it's a really good one, but I don't like it. So I just stay with FL Studio. You just need to stay with the DAW that is more comfortable for you. And for me, the way of working on FL Studio is more comfortable. So I just stay with FL Studio. For mixing, do an EQ, glue, compressor, stereo shaper, clipper, and limiter. For mixing, do EQ, glue, compressor, stereo shaper, clipper, and limiter. Not really. You can distort, you can sidechain, you can apply phasers, chorus, you can, I don't know, a lot more things. For mastering, okay. Well, I think the same. On mastering, it depends on if it's your song and you have problems, go back to the mixing and solve them. But if you receive a song from somebody else and you just have the one file, sometimes you need to do more things on mastering. For example, I upload a video where I tell you all the possible things you can do when mastering, not the things that you have to do. Okay, and a lot of people is like, no, you crazy, wow, what you saying, that's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Man, sometimes, for example, today I mastered the song, okay, and it was just one file. So I needed more clarity on the song, you know. It was a bit muddy, and so what can I do? I cannot do anything on the mixing because I don't have the file or the mixing files, you know. So what I need to do is use, for example, in this case, I decided to use the stabilizer of Ozone. It worked really well. It works in a dynamic way, and it sounded good. A little bit, of course, just that. If you need to do it, you need to do it. Resonance, if you can cut the resonance on the mixing, way better. But sometimes you can, I cannot do it, so I need to cut the resonance in the master. So that's the way of doing it, you know. If you can use saturation in the mixing, better. But if I cannot do it, I need to do it in the master, you know. All those are pretty much the same. It's just a matter of what you're most comfortable, easier workflow. Yeah, of course. That should serve you, not the other way around. Yeah. Okay, people on Instagram, I'm gonna end this live stream because I'm gonna start with the feedback now on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to send me your music, gracias for the info, papi, de nada. If you want to send me your music and learn music tips and production and mixing and mastering and blah 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 blah, just come to Twitch or to YouTube. The link is in the stories and in my Instagram channel, in my the link in the bio. Just come there, just go there, and waiting for you. See you. Like you do. Okay, give me 1 second. Wow, today's reel is going extremely good. Extremely good. But the same video on YouTube is going like shit. Sorry, on TikTok is going like shit. Pwah. I don't really get that. I think TikTok has any kind of how to say it, like when you reach some kind of goals in followers, it's like it pushes you before that and then it stops. For example, my girlfriend got was getting a lot of views and a lot of followers, and suddenly when she reached 10,000 followers, like all the videos that were getting 2,000-3,000 views, now we're getting 500 all of a sudden. And some videos that maybe were the same theme, the same type, the same, you know, it's like, what the hell? And also now, for example, I reached 100k, and I kind of got the same thing. Like, these are not getting that much like they used to. What's the current queue? There's no queue. Are you having any cuts on the live stream? Can you tell me that on Twitch or YouTube? Any cuts, any freezing moments, any problems? I really need to know that. Have you ever tried paying ads to increase your reach? Yes, of course. A lot of times. I paid ads for YouTube videos to get promoted more. On Instagram ads to promote my music. Sometimes Instagram post. My playlist, I promote them a lot. Sometimes cuts. Fuck, I need to find a solution for that, because the cable was good in my old house but not in this one. So the PLC, I don't know. I think there was a cut here. No, okay. Serum or Vital? For me, Serum. But Vital is free, so... Okay. Let's start with the feedback. Well, let me do just one more thing. You my nobody. You are my body. Oh, by the way, Silvex Future. Thank you so much for the subscription, man. I put you in the list. Silvex Future. It's just 1 sec, so don't worry. Yeah, but I don't want that second, you know. I don't want any cuts. I think with the PLC it has more stability, so maybe I could use that. Even if the connectivity is a bit slower, as it's more stable, maybe it doesn't have those cuts. I don't know. Okay, so well, I'm gonna start first with the first donation. That was Marath. Okay, Marath. Okay, Marath, what's your email name? Okay, let me raise the volume. Did you catch a cold? Yeah. I've been like this since Tomorrowland. But I'm feeling better now. Also, I'm gonna increase a bit the AC. Today we have a heat wave here in Spain, or at least in my area. And it's so fucking hot. Marath, can you tell me your email name, please? Because it's not Marath. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's hot as hell here too. Where are you from? India? Okay, if Maras doesn't reply, maybe I can start. I'm gonna start with Silvex. Okay, I'm gonna start with Silvex and let's see if Maras come back and tell me the email name. Okay, let me just put the right layout. That is a fucking mess, but it's my layout. Okay, the camera is good. Wow, it looks so beautiful with these panels. It's awesome. Okay, the camera is good. The chat is good. The screen. Okay, this border is good. This border is good. This border is good. This border is good. Email, SoundCloud. No nudes. No corn. No nudes. No corn. No personal things. Okay, everything's perfect. Nice. Where do we send? Exclamation mark feedback. Okay, let's check the first one. But you don't mind by Silvex Future. Lights, camera, action, close, camera, chat, screen, everything's ready, right? Someone sent corn? No. Okay. By the way, my voice is distorting or something? No, right? Sorry, wait. Checking on my phone. No, okay. Let's go! Okay, I don't really know if this is a drop or this is the intro. For me, it feels like an intro. Okay, but let me check the rest of the song and then I give you feedback. Intro, okay. So if this is the intro... I think the sound is good, it's interesting, but it needs more body. It's too much like low cut and too much focus on the highs. I would add some sidechain because right now it's like and it gets a bit annoying. Maybe like you know, with a bit of sidechain that could be good. I think the shakers and percussion that are on the sides are way too wide. Check it, maybe you're crossing the line. It starts to unphase it. If the transition to the break is gonna be that drastic and like without effects and so, maybe what you can do is make this thinner. Like with Endless Smile or maybe just with a low cut filter, you make it thinner so this way the transition to this is a bit better, not that drastic. What's left on my life? I fall, but you don't mind. I'll lose my breath, all that I have left. I'll lose my sleep, and it don't make sense. I handed you what's left on my life. I fall, but you don't. Okay, I think you need any kind of uplifting thing, maybe just not enough, you know, maybe longer risers, maybe snares, something like this, to kind of know the drop is coming, because otherwise it's like, I don't know, at least a bit more. Then the vocal needs more low mids to have more body. In the second part of the break, maybe you could add a bass line, like woo, woo. So this way you add more harmony and sounds with more body and so. And then the drop is like a bit too noisy, a bit too chaotic. I would try to first add more sidechain to the sound. And the whole track sounds like this. Sounds like if you had something like this, or even like this. Like you have good bass, you have good highs, but there's no body, there's no warmth. Yeah, you need more sidechain and more groove. It's like the song, the drop is like this, you know. Nobody really wants this. It's better to have like another groove, not just like this, you know, straight and gated fast. It needs more rhythm, more groove, more movement.
Left on my life. I'll lose my breath for what I have left. I'll lose my sleep and it don't make sense. I handed you what's left on my life. I fall, but you don't mind. I'll lose my breath for
the vocal is really quiet and lost in the mix.
what I have left. I'll lose my sleep and it don't make sense. I handed
and I think you're making it a bit too repetitive, because in the intro, in the break, in the drop, in the second break, you have the same vocal tremolo thing the whole time. Oh, not the first one, but you know, like the whole song has like the same energy and same vibe the whole time. It's better to have some ups and downs. So this way, when it comes up, it feels stronger, you know. The idea is not bad, it has potential, but you still need to work on it. Okay, Mara didn't reply, right? I'm gonna ask again. But well, let me see if maybe there's somebody that was here last week. Anyone was no last week? I checked everybody. We were just a few people, and I checked everybody. So the best thing would be to just do number game. Okay, for the people that is new and maybe don't know what I'm talking about, number game is basically I'm gonna think on one number. If you guess it right, you get the feedback. Okay, this simple. You start saying numbers until somebody guesses it, and you get the feedback. Let me think if I on the number. Okay. The number I'm thinking is between 20 and 50. Remember that if you're on YouTube, you have a bit more latency and you have less chances of winning, because you get this video a bit later and the chat comes a bit later. Between 20 and 50. Okay, we got it. The number was 31, and the first one saying it is slow. All right. Lenium, Afterlife, slow remix. Okay. Can you tell me if the remix is full remix, like you only got the vocals and you did everything in instrumental, or if you only changed the drop? Only vocals, so everything that I hear here, okay, you did everything, alright.
Make
Make the vocals a bit louder.
Our thoughts and memories beneath dust. So when this body fails to mend,
Add some pads and some maybe choirs or strings in the second part.
and all my demons, they come crashing in. Will I start to begin? Or will I fade away with them? And in the afterlife, tell me we'll be fine. In the afterlife, tell me we'll be fine. And then
The strings are too loud and they are masking a bit the vocal. I would reduce the volume of them, and probably I would do some EQ sidechain to give more space to the vocal. If you go to YouTube and you put Wildcrow EQ sidechain, you have a YouTube short that I explain everything. You can do it with FL Studio, for example, with the parametric EQ and the peak controller, or you can use Soothe also. Nowadays I'm using Soothe more because it's a bit more precise, but anyways is good.
afterlife, tell me we'll be fine. In the afterlife. And in the afterlife, tell me we'll be.
I think it takes way too long to reach a drop. Maybe the original vocal is like this, but the original song is like this, but 2 minutes and we didn't even reach the first drop. Way too much.
Fine. In the afterlife, tell me we'll be fine. And in the afterlife, tell me we'll be fine. In the
It feels weird to me. It's like it's not off key, but it's not the right note that you should be using for the melody. Or maybe the high lead and the bass are not using the same note. It's maybe that. All this part is quite good. The drop needs a lot more work. The leads are not strong enough. You need fuller chords. You need more energy, a bit more reverb to have more depth. Maybe some noise. Yeah, like Octor is saying, you need more sub bass, like a sub bass line, because the bass is a bit too loud actually, but it's like focused on 100 hertz, something like this. But there's not really strength on the 40 hertz with a sub bass. If you're using the same notes for the bass and the leads, maybe check if any of the presets have maybe a +3 or +7 oscillators or something, because it doesn't really sound, I mean, it doesn't sound off key, but something doesn't really sound good. Again, strings too loud. it me or the BPM sounds different in the drop? I don't know.
Tell me we'll be fine in the afterlife.
No, it's the same BPM, but in the drop they go slower. The drums. It's like, you know, but the BPM is the same. He's just delaying one beat. Check what's the problem in the drop, because there's something weird here. And apart from that, everything is said about making it sound fuller, all the mixing things and so. Okay, Marad is not here, right? Doesn't seem like. Okay. Oh, sorry. Today, it's been extremely difficult for me to wake up. It's been crazy. Like those days that you cannot even open one eye, you know, like this. Okay. I'm gonna check this one. Why? Because I want to. Speaker sounds not finished, future ID. I think the synth that are on top, like the lead sound, have a bit too much low mids. Sounds a bit muddy. I don't know if that's a clap. If it's a clap, it doesn't have the tag of the clap. But also it is way too noisy and way too loud. Shit, I was muted. I was saying that this clap thing, the shtata, okay, I think it fits better for the drum, not really for the break, but also it lacks a lot of mid frequencies. It needs way more. That in the drum maybe, because it sounds fuller and so you don't really hear that problem, but in the break it's really obvious. But also really loud, and I don't really feel it fits here. I think the effects, both the downlifter and the riser, are way too loud. And this song is like the previous one, or the first one I checked, that feels like you have an EQ like this. You know, like it's missing all this strength here. Too much high frequencies. Be careful with the drum fill. I think it's way too wide. I think it's a bit phased, crossing the line. And you need to make the drop sound louder, you know, maybe reducing the volume of the previous part, reducing while the build-up is raising. because right now it's like you don't really have that impact when the drop starts. The rear candy claps and so are way too loud. Those things that sh ta ta sh and things like this need to be in the background. Like, okay, you need to hear them, but they don't need to be the main sound. And here are basically the main sound. Also, this vocal here was way too loud. No. Never have a sub drop effect like "doo" in the drop where you have the kick. Never. That sound can be here that you don't have the kick, and you can remove the bass and have the "doo." Okay, but not when the drop starts. No, not at all. That destroys completely the mix in the low end, but also doesn't make sense to have that effect there, because that effect is like, okay, something ended, but actually you're starting it. Doesn't make sense. For the type of song, I think you need to have a bit stronger mid bass. I will try to get any vocal for the breakdown. It doesn't need to be a full vocal. Maybe it just can be like ad-libs or hey. I don't know, whatever. But any kind of vocal in the break can be good. This part is a bit too chaotic. The same thing. I think the idea is good, has potential, is nice. The voice is a bit too quiet. What if I have it like this? Like this is good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. It has potential, but you still need to work more, especially in the mixing. Like, it sounds a bit chaotic and like not enough space for everything, and the effects are way too loud compared to the main sound, you know. Okay. No priorities, and Marath doesn't reply, so I don't know. I don't have anybody called Marath, so okay. Let's do another number game then. One number. Okay, the number I'm thinking is again between 20 and 50. The first one to say it gets the feedback. Okay, we got it really fast. The number was 37 because I have here my iRig keys 37. And it's Archangel. Where's Archangel? Can you tell me your email name? Because it's not Archangel. Toasty. Okay. May or may not have taken chords from one of your tutorials. Yeah, I recognize those chords. From what tutorial is it? Okay, several things here. First of all, I think the piano is good, but it sounds a bit basic. I will try to get a bit more emotional piano sound. Also, maybe you can start with longer notes, like without that many changes. Instead of pum pum pum, you just have like pum pum, you know. And then in the second, when you add the key, you can have more rhythm on the chords that can work well. The ARP needs to have more reverb. I would add some more delay and have it way more in the background, way more quiet. Then the kick here, you're filtering away too much, and in a small speaker you're not really gonna hear this kick. That's why I always tell you to maybe high cut around 300-400 Hertz max. Also, I cannot really check it here. When I check the songs from my patrons, I download them so I can apply filters and so and check it better and use analyzers. But I think the kick is clashing with all the sounds in the low frequencies. I don't know if it's the bass that you didn't sidechain, or maybe it's the piano. It can be also the piano. For the pianos, well, on the break I always use EQ sidechain, you know. So everything that has any kind of low end, what I do is I take this one around 120 Hertz, maybe make it like this, and I control like this, you know, with the pick controller. I make it go like this with the kick, so this way I make sure all of this sounds clean for the kick. And the piano maybe doesn't reach these frequencies, but it can reach these ones that where you also have a kick, you know. And I also do this for the pads, for some guitars, and so. Also, yeah, you need more ambience or pads or something. It sounds really empty. The noise effects are way too loud. Change that the snare is way too noisy for this track. Get a way cleaner and tighter one. Okay. Okay, common beginner mistake. First, don't have the piano in the drop. Okay? No, that doesn't work. You can have a piano in the drop, but that piano needs to be kind of in the background, really quiet and so, and I wouldn't use the breakdown one. Right now, as the break has a piano, okay, when you reach the drop and you have the same piano, you don't change the energy. That piano is like keeping the energy at the same level. So you don't have that extra energy for the drop. Okay, so in the drop, you always need to remove that break piano. Actually, probably 95% of the sounds of the break are not in the drop most of the times. Okay, because it will sound the same, and especially not the main ones like a piano, because it will keep the energy tight. It's not gonna let the energy go higher, you know. And apart from that, in the build-up, you need to filter it slowly. I mean, you cannot have this here. Okay, you have the build-up, and here that actually have an impact, and you have a drum fill to have the melody. You still have the piano. You shouldn't have the piano there. It's killing all the vibe and all the tension and like expectation moment, you know. No, I mean, piano house has a piano on the drop, but you can have a piano on the drop and it's not piano house, you know. Also, the bass line rhythm is way too bass. It's like pa pa pa, nothing else. Add more rhythm like pa 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 pa, or like tremolo or other things. The leads need way more layers. I wouldn't have these drop claps in the drop. They don't really fit, especially not in the genre. Hi-hats were too loud. This is a bit more personal, but I'm not a big fan of the kick. And for example, here you have like a reverse sound of the piano, and an impact, okay? The problem is that when you have that reverse and then the piano, there's no change, okay? It's like, okay, but there's no difference on them. So my advice, the reverse, have it more quiet, have it a bit high cutted, you know, filter the highs a little bit. So this way, there's different like, bam, you know, that there's a jump on the sound. And with that jump, also together with the impact, you create that impact feeling. But right now, the impact is not really adding anything because the piano is exactly the same before and after. So it doesn't add that extra energy. Also, the impact is clashing with the bass. In my last video of how to make melodic tech house, I tell you one thing of how to have a bass line, a sub bass especially, and an impact, and make sure they don't clash. Check that video. Basically the same thing, so don't really need to add extra feedback. And I think you extended way too much, the drop, way too long for the second one. It's good to have it higher and so different, but way too long. Okay. Next one. Maybe check it just... Okay, I'm gonna do it random. Well, but maybe that person is not here. Well, I'm gonna do it random, like, okay. You can see it here, like... This one. Okay, sorry, but I'm gonna go... Alright, you're here. Good. Never send songs attached in the email, okay? Is this guy in the chat? Sirei. Yeah, I've seen you, right? Yeah, you're there. Yo, Joe, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you so much. 2 months being here. Joe Farwick. Put you in the priority list, okay? You're the next one because the first one is not replying, so I don't know the email of that person. I stopped because I was hearing like a shake, you know, and I thought it was outside, maybe a trolley or a big car or whatever, like brrr, and it's the bass. I think you have it way too low. I think you need to put it one octave higher because it sounds like destroyed. A bass can sound fat and strong and so, but it needs to sound like and not like, you know what I mean? When it sounds more like it's because usually you have it way too low. When we talk about sub bass, you have it way too low, you need to put it one octave higher, and I think it's happening this. The strings, I think they are faded. They sound really weird. When a sound feels like is in front of you, but at the same time it feels like in the back of you, you know, behind you. That's because it's way too wide. You have phase problems, so you need to solve that basically. Okay, and they are extremely loud. How does this work? Is there a queue or do you pick some submission randomly? There's a queue of priorities. If you subscribe on Twitch, you have priority. Okay, so there's that queue. But in between of the priorities, I check it randomly to give chance to everybody that comes in the live stream, no matter the time. Also make sure that the person, usually do it with a number game. making sure the person that gets picked is somebody that is in the chat and didn't leave, and these things. Okay, another common mistake. Okay, you have this transition effect like shh, psh, and you remove the strings and you have a new sound. Okay, that actually also sounds phased, way too wide. But the bass is exactly the same one. So there's no really transition. So the transition is like useless because there's no transition. You know, so my advice would be maybe don't have a bass here and have it here, or remove the bass here, or here have another rhythm for the bass or so. And for the problems of the phase, I always use Ozone Imager. Okay, I'm just gonna use this kick to show you. Take it here, and if it's like this, is good. But like this is good, like this is good, like this is good. Wait, I need to make it like this is bad, completely bad. It's all the time in the red zone, you know. Like this is bad still. Like this can be good if it's a synth, and so if most of the time it's on top, this can be good. Let me see. Like this is good because it's just touching a little bit, you know. So probably you are like this, or like this even. So that's why it sounds so weird, the strings and the pad you're using. Okay, you add a new rhythm and the vocal chops and so, but in a moment where I think it's not good, because it's like in between of a phrase, in the middle of a phrase. That this rhythm can be good here in this transition. This can be good, but like the way you have the arrangement is not really good. Man, the piano is also phased. And here you didn't have any bass, the leads are way too thin, and so you just need to keep practicing, okay? Because obviously you didn't start a long time ago, and the sound and so sound pretty basic. My advice is to have reference song, especially for the arrangement. Okay, the arrangement is pretty not catchy, not interesting, not catchy. It's not gonna make people keep listening. Okay, so get a song, check the arrangement, copy the arrangement, it doesn't matter, or just check 3 songs and try to do a mix of that arrangement, and start from that. In the beginning, actually, it doesn't really matter if you copy, okay? Not saying like, okay, take the same melody, take the same sounds and read the song, no. But copy the arrangement, copy ideas, copy rhythms, copy these things, because your song is not gonna be, I'm not talking about this one in particular, I'm talking in general. Your song is not gonna have a professional quality that will make it get released in big labels or medium labels, and big DJs are not gonna support it because the quality is not gonna be good. So it doesn't really matter if you kind of copy a song. You know, when you start having more quality, then you can focus more on trying different arrangements, a bit more different rhythms, sounds, blah blah, because you at least have a decent quality. And now the how to say it, the reason why somebody's going to support you or not, or releasing a label or not, is not the quality, because you have a good quality, is the idea and how different you sound. So then you need to focus on that. But in the beginning, you just need to focus on quality. So it doesn't matter the idea, you know what I mean? So focus first on the idea and on the quality, and then when you have a good quality, focus on the idea. Okay, let's check. Joe. For better leads, always layer them with other leads to get a new and better sound that does not sound so boring. Yes. I have videos about layering, like put Wildcrow lead layering, layer leads or something like this, and you will find 2 or 3 videos probably. Ah, fuck. Okay, Joe Farwick. Oh my god.
Oh my god, got me all I wanted. I ain't got a problem working, cause I'm never stopping saying, oh my god, this money's for nothing. From the day I die, they will take.
I think you need to reduce a little bit on the, I think it's around 700 hertz, something like this, on the vocal. That will make it sound way tighter and cleaner.
Think it might just drop it, saying, oh my god, living like a prince in a castle down the road.
I would have the clap a bit louder, but also would layer it with another clap that is wider, so it waits you got more space. But it feels like the drums are distorting a little bit.
I got hella French parties, drugs, and all I want, all I ever wanted.
Then I would try to cover more the instrumental with maybe more synth, stronger bass, ambient sounds.
Was to bring back all the family that I've lost.
Is saturated intentional for more perceived volume? Okay, no. Don't complicate things, okay? Well, let me finish the feedback and I talk about this.
All I ever wanted was to feel like when it really left me cold. Really left me cold. Oh my god, got me all I wanted. I ain't got a problem working, cause I'm never stopping saying, oh my god, this money's for nothing. From the day I die, they will take it, might just.
In general, I feel like the vocal is good, but it's not well glued to the instrumental, especially because the instrumental doesn't sound that full. So as the instrumental is quite empty, you can hear way too much the reverb and the space in the vocal, so it feels like it's not glued. Like, okay, the instrumental is here and the vocal is here, but they are not together, you know?
Drop it, saying, oh my god.
Also, you need to cover a bit more the sides in the instrumental, maybe add more layers, way more layers on the instruments and add more instruments, and add some that maybe are more for the sides, more for the center, and cover more space. Basically, you need to cover space like with instrument and so, and a space in the width, okay? But what you're saying of saturating intentional the drums for more perceived loudness, you're mixing things here, okay? First of all, don't saturate these drums. That's my advice. If you're not making really heavy music, that in this case it's not, okay? When you get the kick, when you get the clap, just keep it like that. You can EQ it a little bit, but don't saturate it, don't distort it, because it doesn't work, okay? When saturating this, you're not really getting a louder sound, a perceived louder sound on the drums, okay? If you want a louder kick, just make it louder, okay? You could maybe clip it a little bit if, again, especially when you make harder music, or for example, for hip-hop, more kind of old school hip-hop sound, you know, that could work because you want a heavy and more distorted sound. But for this track, doesn't really work, and actually you're going too far. It sounds way too distorted. In the master, when you're mastering, you can saturate a little bit to get a perceived loudness, but just a little bit, also not reaching the distortion. Alright, and also in the master you can clip the master before the limiter to get a more perceived loudness, and then you use the limiter, okay? But I don't recommend you at all like trying to get a louder perceived loudness, louder drums by saturating, and actually not really saturating, this is like distorting in the drums in the mixing. That doesn't really work, okay? I ran it through preamp for that clipping character for like harmonies. No, but it doesn't work. This song is a quite chill, beautiful track that needs to have a quite clean sound. And having distorted kick and distorted clap doesn't work at all. It's not fitting. It's like if you add now a hardstyle kick here, it's not going to fit. So it's the same thing. Here you need a clean kick and clean clap, and so For example, if you check, I don't know what a good reference could be for this, but maybe the Weeknd, that Sheeran tracks, if you check them, the drums are clean. The drums are tight, and they are not distorting, you know, and that's the reason why. Okay, next one. Do we have more priorities? No. All right, I'm gonna do, because today there are not a lot of priorities. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna do a number game. Okay, so if there's somebody new, if you guess the number I'm thinking, you get the feedback. But also, amongst the first tracks, the first emails I received, I'm gonna ask who's here, and I'm gonna take one of those. The problem is that if I go in order, it's like, okay, the first one is here. We have to wait until you receive this part of the live stream where I'm asking. Wait for that person to reply. Maybe the person have gone to the toilet and is not replying, so we need to wait. And there's like 1 minute of not doing anything, and then we go to the second one, and we do the same thing, and then to the third one. That's why I avoid doing this, because I want the person to be in the chat. So this way I can talk with that person, that person is here, is supporting, and it's not like they send it and they don't even join the live stream. No. Okay. So I'm gonna ask for these three. I just want you to see the first three. Okay. These three ones. Are you here? These three. Okay, these two are here. And Christopher? Why don't you just listen and they will come back to the live? Because that's actually what I don't want. I don't want somebody that says, oh, Wildcrow is going to do live stream. Send email. Don't even join the live stream and check it later. No. I want you to be here, obviously. I want you to be in the live stream. You know? Alright, so I'm going to take these two. Okay. I'm going to open them. Already. And then let's do a number game. Alright, wait, give me a second. Okay, it works. And then let's do a number game. Okay, the number I'm thinking is between 50 and 80. If you guess the number, you get the feedback. $50 and $80. Okay, we got it. Quite fast. Today you're being quite fast. The number is 72 and the first one is Gurkish. Well, here tells me the email name. I'm gonna go to get something to eat really quick. Just a protein bar, okay? Give me 1 second. Where is it? Waiting. Did he tell me the email name? Gustav. Gurkish in title. No, it don't. Ah, yeah, it says. True. Okay. Let's go. So let's do one thing. I want to check one of the first tracks, the number game, and the other track. Okay. So let's check delante.
Dale pa'lante, dale pa'lante que nos vemos en Tinder. Dale pa'lante, dale pa'lante, dale pa'lante que nos vemos en Tinder. Dale pa'lante, dale pa'lante, dale pa'lante que nos vemos en Tinder. Dale pa'lante.
Actually, the song doesn't say delante. It says dale pa'lante. This, dale pa'lante. This is not a good way of saying it. You know, it's like slang, we could say. So this would be... Okay, from para adelante, we make pa'lante. Okay, so we basically remove all of this. Okay, but it's dale pa'lante, says the vocal, not delante. Okay, that means like, yeah, go forward. Okay, I would control a bit more the highs of the vocal, and then on the mid highs of the instrumental, I would try to give more space to the vocal, like reducing in the mid highs or doing some EQ sidechain. Okay, also I'm gonna tell you, the vocal says this, okay? I already explained the palante is para adelante, but we make palante. Que nos vemos en Tinder. It says like, go forward, kind of, because we're gonna see us in Tinder, the app, you know? So maybe, I'm saying this for the title. I wouldn't say delante, because it doesn't say delante in any way. I would call it dale palante, or I would call it Tinder. Maybe calling it Tinder can work, like marketing thing, you know, marketing wise. The idea is good, has good rhythm. I like the drum feel here. I think the drum needs a bit more strength when it comes. I will make it a bit more bassy. Control a bit the highs here. I would reduce the volume of this drum fill. And when drop comes, maybe reduce a bit the bang sound, and try to focus more on the kick and the bass, because as is groovy Latin house, you need to focus more on that. I think you need a bit the extra sub bass, like in 40 Hz, something like this, to really make it sound heavy. And maybe a way shorter reverb could work better in this vocal. Like almost no reverb, you know, kind of. I think that can work better. Maybe here I would just remove the vocal and just have the trumpets. Or maybe have the vocal like dale, 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 but more in the background, more filter with more reverb. Maybe and just give the presence to the trumpet. Maybe here you could remove the vocal just to rest a little bit from it. Okay, first here, when the silence starts, there's a little bit of the noise of the snare here. You know, just cut it completely. This thing, wait, here, that thing, cut it completely. I would just have complete mute thing, completely silence. And then, this is what I meant for this part. I think this works better, especially in the first drop. Like, but maybe without the trumpet, you know, I think works better than this. Because this is like maybe too energetic for the beginning. Has potential. Maybe the vocal is a bit repetitive, that's why here I told you to remove it. But pretty good rhythm, pretty good vibes. Heretic Joseph, thank you so much for the subscription. Didn't see it, sorry. Heretic Joseph. I need to check first these ones, okay? But then I check yours.
Fading lights coming down. Say we gave it a good run. Feel the night, all the sounds. Dance until we see the sun. Fading lights coming down. Say we gave it a good run. Say we gave it a good run, 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 run. Fading lights.
Okay, several things. First, I think this is good. Maybe for the radio edit for a streaming platform that would just start just directly here. This is like not really adding anything.
Fading lights coming down.
The vocal is quite good, maybe a little bit loud, but quite
We
good.
gave it a good run. Dance until
The instrumental sounds quite good. I think maybe here the synth need a bit more strength or so.
fading lights coming good run.
A lot of energy here, that's good. But then here I would have silence, like the previous song, like 1-2 beats of pure silence, like shoo. Then I boom boom, you know.
Fading light.
But then the vocal is not in the grid, in the tempo. Should be like boom, silence, 1, 2, fade and night, boom. You know?
Fading lights.
But then the drop needs a lot more work. This sounds like an intro. You need to make it sound way stronger. First get the feather kick. For example, here when the bass of the note go higher, you didn't have any sub bass. Also, this bass is way too wide for the character of it, for the sound of it, for the frequency it's covering. I would add some mid bass, maybe some percussive bass shots, like pop pop, more kind of a tom sound. So, sorry. So this way it makes it sound a bit more aggressive, more stronger. These vocals are way too much in the background, but I don't think they are good vocal chops, to be honest.
Fading lights coming down. Say we give it a good run. Feel the night, all the sounds. Dance until we see the sun.
Now, to be honest, way too basic. This synth now, for example, is way too much in the background, doesn't really have energy. The drop feels too long.
Say we give fading lights coming down. Say we give it a good run.
The synth here, the risers don't really work. I don't know, it feels... First, the second break is way too short.
Coming down. Say we give it a good run.
But it sounds like phased and like not strong enough. Like... The riser are way too loud. You went a bit too far from, in my opinion, with the risers and reverb and so here. The leads need a lot more work. They are pretty thin, pretty weak, a bit basic. You need more layers. Try to get first a professional sound as a main sound and then cover areas that sound is not covering, like maybe some highs, some lows, some mids, some more width and so. But these ones are... These are like the supported leads for a main sound, you know, kind of. I don't know, just keep working, man, keep working. Okay, Íñigo Quintero, si no estás, you're missing the I here.
Sueñas altos.
And this one, are you Spanish? This one goes to the other direction. The accent on the A like this is only in Catalan and Valencian, but not in Spanish.
El poder que te han dado desde el cielo. No, 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 no. Que no sé a dónde voy.
Way too much reverb. I don't know if the original is like this, but they hear way too much.
No es real. Hace ya tiempo te volviste de este veneno y oigo trueno si no estás. ¿Quién estás? De repente esto es una alucinación. Quiero ver tu
Do you speak Castilian, Catalan or Valencian? Castilian is not really... Well, Castilian, you mean like Castellano, which is the Spanish. Spanish from Spain. I speak Spanish, then Catalan and Valencian are basically the same language, just dialects of the same language. And I speak Valencian. I also speak English. Reduce a bit the volume of the synth here.
Tu forma de pensar. Que no sé a dónde voy. No es real. Hace ya tiempo te volviste.
Okay, the vocals get super loud. You need to give more space to it on drop. The percussions are a bit too loud. And the rest would be good. Sounds good.
Y odio cuando estoy lleno de este veneno y oigo trueno si no estás. Que ya has hecho donde estoy y se me aparecen mil planetas. De repente esto es una alucinación. Quiero ver tu otra mitad, alejarme de esta ciudad y contagiarme de tu forma de pensar. Sirven tus pocas señales, ya nada es como antes, me olvido de quién soy. ¿Qué me has hecho? ¿Dónde estoy? No vas de frente, es lo de siempre y de repente estoy perdiendo la razón. 100 complejos sin sentido me arrebatan tus latidos y tu voz y ya no puedo.
Here for this part, as you know, the drop, maybe in this drum you can have more bass to have really strong sound, like boom, 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 you know. Then in the drop, don't have that much because you have the bass and so, but maybe you can even have a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the kick here coming in, but maybe I wouldn't unfilter it completely, you know, and just make sure the first kick of the drop is the one without the filter, but the previous one still have a cut maybe in 60-70 hertz. So this way the first one on the drop feels stronger, you know. Right now, the one right before the drop feels the same as the one in the drop, and it makes the drum not have that extra energy. But basically what they said, vocal, less reverb, vocal, louder, especially in the drop, orchestral hits, more quiet, and the rest is good. Good one, man, good one. Okay, now I need to check the Heretic Joseph. Maybe just Joseph? No. Heretic, can you tell me your email name? Sorry. Orchestral should missing, okay, but email name? Ablani. Just can you tell me just the name? Why the first letters are like with asterisk? Ablani. Yala Blani. Wait. Okay, YA. Make it a bit louder, it feels quiet. I would reduce a little bit on the mids, just a little bit, and try to bring a bit more top high frequencies to make it sound a bit brighter and more closer to the listener, even if you want this kind of choir vibe, and so I think it needs that. I think the orchestral drums maybe need a bit extra presence. In the low hit that has like boom, I would try to maybe have a bit more mid and high attack on it to really hear it better in general, but also in smaller speakers hear it better, because right now I only hear the bass of it, like the boom, the hit of it on the low frequencies, but you're gonna miss that sound, you're gonna lose it when you listen in a speaker that doesn't have that much bass. So maybe try to have a bit more mid and highs on it. Goodbye, Silvex. Now it's creating boom, 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 boom. I think it's quite good. Of course, I'm not an expert on orchestral themes, but for me, for my personal preference, for the music I produce and so, I just think it needs a bit more clean mids, a bit higher high frequency, more brightness, and make the drums a bit more stand out a bit more in the tag. But the rest is really good. Yeah, definitely this part especially is like motherfucker, and then super distorted, like that would be nice to make it. Please, man, make it. Send it next week. Okay, number game. How is the writing? I think it's good. Not really for me, but I think it's good. Muted. Muted for what? When I coughed? Yeah, of course. I muted myself. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we still have time. Let me see. Okay. What happened to the rest of the track? Was there a time limit? What? I listened to the whole track. I don't know what you mean. What do we do? Number game? You skip the end. Man, I didn't skip the end. I mean, I don't check songs completely of nobody. I always skip some parts. I sent the remix 27 minutes ago. Is it possible to hear it? I see the first song that I didn't check was 1 hour 36 and 9. 36 and 9. 45. There's a song that got sent 1 hour 45 minutes ago. So why should I check yours before that one? I mean, Joseph, I never play completely the whole track. There are parts that I can skip, or parts that maybe if this part is basically the same, I can skip it, you know, to go faster and check more songs. If not, maybe somebody sends a 7-minute song, techno. What do you do? I take the 7 minutes. No, usually I skip the intro. In the drop, maybe I go faster in some parts. Okay, number game. Okay, the number I'm thinking is between 30 and 60. Okay, we got it. We got it. The number was 48. The first one is Low-Key Hazy. Can you tell me your email name? Low-Key or is it Low-Key? Low-Key, yeah, okay. Got it. My track is in different language, Urdu. What language is Urdu? Urdu, also known as Lashkari, from Pakistan and India. Oh, didn't know about this one. Okay, let's take this one. Didn't really. I said that I didn't really reach this part and this part, but the race scares me.
पॉडकास्ट वाइब मेरे गाने ऑन द रेडियो जंप खड़े माफ मैं तो पहुंचा सीधा स्टूडियो वाइब है वर्सेटाइल फ्लो भी है ऑर्गेनिक हेडफोन्स ऑन टर्न अप द ऑडियो पॉडकास्ट वाइब मेरे गाने ऑन द रेडियो जंप खड़े माफ मैं तो पहुंचा सीधा स्टूडियो वाइब है वर्सेटाइल फ्लो भी है ऑर्गेनिक हेडफोन्स ऑन turn up the audio chop you in a major way that just be my day to day pull up in a UFO shoot you with a laser ray ready counter mera a sniff and a fade away cutting lines like a picky blinder with a razor blade होश करो छाल मुझ पे गर्द नहीं dead homies.
Okay, the idea feels so good. I don't know about the lyrics, of course, but feels good. Nice rhythm, good flow. But first, the vocal try to give a bit extra brightness, the top high frequencies, and maybe reduce a little bit on the mids to make it sound a bit cleaner. Okay, not a bit proud on the mids, but try to have it a bit brighter. Then, maybe with the snare, I would try to add another layer. Maybe to make it a bit fuller, maybe a more distorted one or so. Pretty quiet, but that adds that extra thing, so it sounds strong. But I would have it in the center. You know, probably would put this one mono and the other one stereo. That's gonna fit better. Then the kick. Versatile flow be organic. Maybe on the kick, what I would do is low cut a little bit around 60 Hz or so, and try to clip it a little bit to have a bit a stronger attack. For hip hop can fit good, really good. More kind of not boxy, like with a strong attack by clipping. I would reduce a little bit on the low end to be able to clip without distortion, but also to give, because in the end you have already the 808 that is covering all the 30-40 Hertz area, and it's making it sound heavy, so you don't really need that kick also, you know. And if you clip right now, probably it's going to distort because of so much bass. Turn up the audio podcast vibe मेरे गाने on the radio jump खड़े माफ मैं तो पहुंचा सीधा studio vibe है versatile flow भी है और maybe reduce a little bit the synth. Headphones on, turn up the audio. Chop you in a major way, that just be my day to day. Pull up in a UFO, shoot you with a laser ray. Ready counter mera, a sniff and a fade away. Cutting lines like a picky blinder with a razor blade. होश करो छाल मुझ पे गर्द नहीं. Dead homies तेरे बजा कोई भी फर्क नहीं. Yeah bitch, you ain't on my level. तू तो बना अभी साले मर्द नहीं. हुआ खत्म सफर तो फिर बातें सारी सफर तक. If I start beef, I got beef till the कबर तक. Yeah, I was born for it. ड्रॉप नहीं है गाने में तो थोड़ा सबर रख वाइब थोड़ी पासे नाले शौक ने बतेरे घूमे गड्डियां च गेड़ियां ते मार देने फेरे बजदा मैं लोका तू परे परे मथे नहीं लग देते आंदे नहीं है नेड़े हम फौजी तू डोगी तेरे यार सारे जोगी हम लोकी तू गोली मेरे हाथ में हम गोली स्ट्रेट आउट ऑफ कॉम्पटन रेफ्यूजी तेरे पास कम ऑप्शंस एक ही काफी कैसे करेगा मुकाबला ना फेंकू सीधा गायब कर जानी ड्रामा ना आए अरे मेरे भाई रेविनाल तो फिर माफ मैं तो पहुंचा रेडियो टर्न अप The rest for is pretty good. I think it's quite good. Try to, I mean, I see it so many peaks, so try to limit a bit the drums, try to compress more, maybe a little bit more the vocal, and when you master it, try to have this a bit more steady. But the thing is good, to be honest. Not bad. Just for curiosity, is it a language or is it a dialect of Hindi? Wait, give me a second. Urdu language, okay. Wait, I asked because somebody said, is it different, resembles Hindi? Because somebody said Indian, so maybe I thought it was just a dialect. I love rap stuff. The only thing I don't like about this, the beat remains the same in the whole song. Yeah, but that's pretty common also in rap, so. Okay, let's do another one. Number game also, okay? Well, let me see. Octatones, you here? You still here? This is where I check one in order. And also, wait. Any of these three are here? Any of these three? You're all the air? Okay. You can send it, but I'm not gonna end the live stream. I mean, I'm gonna end it quite soon, so. Octar left. And this Y also is not replying. Any of these two? Anyone from these two? Gonzalo or Yash? I'm going in order, ice cold. Oh, okay, any of these three? Come on, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, none of these? You see why you always have to be until the end of the live stream? These guys are not here and lost the opportunity. These ones are not here and lost the opportunity. Come on, any of these three? Loris, Iris, or Sole? Or Sole, or Soul? Is Sole, Soul, Sole? Loris also. And Rice, oof. Okay, I'm gonna check this quick. The last pronunciation was Sole. Right? All of them are cooked. What do you mean? Soul. Before that, Soul. Your name is Soul. Yeah, it's Wildcrow extra. Okay, I'm gonna try to check them quite quick because I have 4 to check. Alright. And see if I can check a bit more. Oh, it feels so good when you stretch. Oh. I don't know if it's gonna be the last one. Depends on how long it takes. Don't be harsh. If I need to be harsh, I'm gonna be harsh. I mean, I'm not saying when I'm harsh and I'm straight and say things kind of bad in a bad way, is because are like they are, you know, and you need to hear the truth. I'm not here to tell you good things and feel good when something is bad. And it's like, no, this is bad, but you know, no, don't worry. No, I tell you, if it's bad, it's bad. That's the only way of improving. Okay, let's go.
I can't run, and I'm feeling you're the one to blame, yeah. I know it's just.
I think the impact was too strong for this part where it sounds quite empty. I mean, not empty in a bad way, it's good, but like the impact is too strong for this part.
Just for fun, but you're the reason why I came, yeah. It's alright to see that you've been calling.
I would reduce a bit of the mid highs or even filter the mid highs of the wrist bass.
Be the one that's falling for you.
Don't really like this uplifter here. I mean, not the place, the sound of it. Maybe if after the transition is gonna be like this, I think it could fit better. Short uplifter and a deep hit, but like boom, bum bum bum. You know, instead of no, I think a shorter one and deep, like poof, could be better. Oof, that bass comes way too loud. That note. Dun, 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 that one doesn't really fit in my opinion. No, the synth doesn't work. The synth doesn't work, and it feels a little bit off key for me. And the synth is just not good. Effects and noise are way too loud. No, the melody is not good and the bass is not good either. Just replace it. Okay, soul. Isn't it difficult to find you with a name like this on Spotify? Isn't this maybe a bad marketing thing? Everybody! जो मेरा प्यार जता दे, थामे तो बस मेरा हाथ, दिल फिर कुछ ना चाहे। तू है वो जो है मेरे लिए बनी बिन तेरे मेरा दिल। Okay, it sounds pretty good to be honest. I would try to have a bit more mid-high attack on the kick. For what I always say, make sure that it sounds good in smaller speakers and so. Maybe compress a bit more the vocal. And in the instrumental, the sounds that are on the mid highs and so, try to clean them a bit to give more space to the vocal, because they are really, as the vocal is more like this, like high but like kind of whispered. It's the kind of sound is too close to the synth that you're using, so I think it clashes too much. The vocal is maybe a little bit loud. Clean a bit the mids of the vocal also. In some parts it's a bit muddy, so maybe you can reduce a little bit with a normal EQ and a bit more with a dynamic EQ. The vocal in general feels a little bit like it doesn't have enough space, so if you can control that, then it's gonna sound pretty good. Here there's a resonance in the low mids. Good one. I like the rhythm and so, and the mix is not that bad. It's pretty good. Common mistake, having an impact when the drop starts. Never have this kind of impacts in the drop. Even for the middle of the drop, I don't recommend them. It's better to have a sub drop or a deep impact like boom. Just that, not like with a lot of reverb. Also, the snare is pretty loud, a bit too much mids. It feels kind of like the 90s, you know, but for me it sounds pretty basic and the synth a bit outdated and so. For me, the hi-hats and the snare are way too loud, especially the hi-hats. No, that impact makes the low end of it clashes with the bass and with the kick, and then the mid frequencies of the reverb that of it like makes it sound really, really dirty.
There's no way that your love can get away from my heart.
I think the vocal takes too long to start, you know. I thought it was an instrumental song, not a vocal song. But also the vocal needs a lot more processing right now.
You know I gravitate.
Had a bit of nasal sound like this, so try to reduce probably between 700 to 1000 hertz, somewhere around that. Try to give also a bit more body around 300 hertz to have more strength.
Do everything you say and do, make no mistake when it comes to you. Turn your back on me, then I'll turn my back on you. Yeah, we're right back where we started. Turn your back on me, then I'll turn my back on you. Yeah, we're right back where we started.
That synth is way too high. It's really harsh, really annoying.
By the way, there's the hairs upon the let it go. Yeah, we're right back. My heart, night and day.
And the song is basically the same thing over and over until this part, but this is way too late. You need to make the vocal faster. I would cut all of this and start with the vocal and then add more variation in the song.
Night and day, night and day.
Of course, I always say that you need to do whatever you want to do, you know, the genres you want to produce, but this sounds way too outdated. And yeah, sometimes there are songs, for example, Calvin Harris now is taking some kind of retro vibe, but it feels like retro, but nowadays. And this feels retro, but in those days, you know what I mean? It's not like a 90s, 2000 songs made nowadays. With that vibe, but with the sounds of now. No, it feels like that time. And I think that's a problem.
Lie down, let it out. Pressure too high got me on the ground. Open my eyes, I can feel it now. Twist off, let it go. Dulling myself with the chemicals. Another long night with my thoughts alone. I'm trying my best, but I'm a hoarder. Gotta find a way. You're too high, got me on the ground. Open my eyes, I can feel it now. Twist off, let it go.
I will try to add a bit more reverb and delay to the ARP.
Myself with the chemicals. Another long night with my thoughts alone.
The kick is a bit thin. It could have a bit more bass and be a bit louder.
Trying my best, but I'm a hoarder. Gotta find a way to.
Here the vocal feels a bit louder, so maybe compressing more, and it has a bit too much mid frequencies here.
Make some space, building up a wall to make a border and escape. So I can carry the weight of the world in my head. Carry the
I heard this vocal somewhere. Is it from a pack or something?
head. Weight of so I can carry the weight of the
I think here you need more rhythm, more energy. Maybe claps, maybe hi-hats, maybe a stronger bass, I don't know.
weight of the world in my head. Carry the weight of the world. So I can carry the weight of the
Leads are way too loud for this part.
of the world in my head. Carry the weight of
Way too loud leads for this part is also a common mistake you always do. Not you in particular, like you in general. Reduce maybe like, not joke, 8 or 10 dBs on the leads on the build-up. Well, in general, the leads need to be more quiet. Then the kick doesn't have enough bass, enough sub frequencies, so it doesn't sound heavy. I'm also missing a bass, sub bass. The leads maybe sound a bit harsh. Try to maybe reduce a bit the tunement of some layers. I think you need one layer in the center to have more strength there, and maybe cutting a bit of, doing a smooth high cut, that could help, and then add reverb. That could make it sound way more emotional, way better.
I'm trying my best, but I'm a hoarder. Gotta find a way to make some space in my head. Carry the weight.
Whoa, it's the same thing, so it needs the same feedback. I'm gonna just check one more. I'm gonna check the octatones because I asked, but he's here, but he didn't reply earlier because of problems. Just gonna check it this one, quite quick, 1 minute 30. Way too quiet. Maybe these claps are a bit loud for this part. A bit too. I would reduce on the 700 hertz. So to match like kind of sound. I think I wouldn't consider this big room techno. It's pretty close to normal big room. Maybe with a fatter kick or so, but not really big room techno in my opinion. I think the leads need a bit more low mids, like 300-400 Hz, less mid highs to avoid this nasal sound, and a bit more top high frequencies. Really good kick and really good bass. Here in this part, the hey ho is too loud. But the idea has potential. Guys, that's it. I'm sorry, I have to leave. Wow, it's been more than 2 hours of live stream, around 2 hours of feedback. I checked a lot today. But yeah, there are still 31 unread emails, so that's impossible. How was your trip to Tomorrowland? Last Friday we did another live stream, and I talk about that. So if you want, you can go and check it. It's up on YouTube and also here on Twitch, so you can check how was it. And so, how was the sub on my track? I don't remember, man. Okay, yes, and as I always say, first of all, if you pay attention to what they said today, I explain a lot of things about phasing, about EQing, about problems in the songs and volumes and blah blah. We also talk about marketing. We also talk about other things, important. So if you pay attention, you always learn something in the live streams. Always, even if I don't check your particular song. And also, if next week I do a live stream and you come to a live stream and I didn't check today your song, you can remind me. Hey, Wildcrow, I was in your previous live stream and you didn't check my song. And probably if there's enough space, I put you in priority, so I check your song. All right. With that being said, that's it. I will try to have a video for this week on YouTube about most common mistakes producers are making. So I recommend you that one a lot. And nothing else. See you. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna do live streams on August, so stay tuned. I will announce it everywhere, like always, on YouTube or on Instagram, and so I'm not sure yet, but well, I will let you know. Okay, see you next week or maybe in September. I don't know. All right. Thanks so much for joining and all these things. Goodbye.